Okay, good evening, everybody. Tonight is our organizational meeting for the town, the last one of our elected year. So this is where we find out our committees and who the deputy mayor will be and so on. So we'll begin with a call to order at 7 o'clock. We have an agenda before us. Is everything good with everybody? Could I have someone move it, please? Councillor Lebrion? All in favor? Carried. So the first item for review is the Commissioner of Oaths. Who's speaking to that?
Thank you. The organization meeting looks somewhat maybe a little bit different than previous years, specifically Section 5. These documents just provide some good information for council and maybe serve as a refresher. The first item is a Commission of Oaths, and that is simply a report there outlining the Alberta Notaries and Commissioners Act, as well as the Commissioner of Oaths and Regulations. As council members, you're empowered to administer the oaths and take and receive affidavits, affirmations, and declarations in Alberta and for use in Alberta. So this is just simply a report for council to accept.
Okay, thank you. It does look different and it looks very good. I liked reading it. So everybody, you have your Commissioner of Oath. You are a commissioner in the province of Alberta. You can commission signatures. We have a year left of doing this. Is there any questions of administration? Could I have someone move to accept this information then?
I'll move to accept the information presented.
Councillor Anderson, thank you. All in favor? Carried. So the next business is appointment of deputy mayor.
Mayor and acting mayor, your worship, this is a request for decision. It shows as a council report. The acting mayor has been, I guess, when council at the start of their term determined who would be acting mayor, so it's a rotation of 6 months, which is indicated under the discussion. But administration is seeking that council determine deputy mayor, which has been a one term for this remaining 1 year term, or 1 year of the term.
All right, so we'll have a call for deputy mayor.
I'll nominate Boyd Lanford.
Boyd, do you accept? Is there any other nominations? Other nominations? Third call. Welcome to the position of deputy mayor. Under the organizational meeting, so Councillor Anderson was November to April, May was Councillor Jessamine, May to October. So next in the rotation would be oh yes, he is, sorry. Yes. So Councillor Anderson and Councillor Jessamine. So November to April 25, Councillor Anderson. May 2025 to October 2025, Councillor Jessamine. Do we need to move that for information or? Okay. Okay. Congratulations, both of you. Next in the package, you have the general duties and guidelines of conduct.
Your worship, yes, sorry. Your worship, the first item under that section is the council committee's procedural bylaw. Council has passed the procedural bylaw 9310, and there's been multiple amendments with the latest taking place in 2016. And this bylaw established rules to follow in governing the town of High Level. There needs to be a rewrite of the procedural bylaw. It is to be updated every 4 years. And so administration will provide an update prior to year end. And it will be a rewrite to incorporate a number of amendments that have taken place over the last few years. So this is just a report for council for the second step.
Okay. So who's going to rewrite it? Administration?
Yes, for council's review.
Okay. Could I have someone move? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just have a question regarding 5.8, Robert's Rules of Order and Parliamentary Procedure Motions Guide. I think it's been said that we, within our procedural, I'm not sure if it's in our procedural bylaw or not, but that we don't necessarily follow Robert's Rules of Order. But is there a suggestion that we will incorporate that into our procedure for meetings?
Your worship, through the councillor Welke, I don't have that information right now. I guess as we draft the item and bring it forward to committee of the whole in the future, that would be some discussion that we would have. Council's consider.
That's what I maybe would like to, bring forward at a committee of the whole, but that could be added to the agenda at a later time then. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Could I have someone move this for information, please? Councillor Lambert, all in favor? Carried. Code of conduct.
Thank you, Code of conduct bylaw was actually redrafted earlier this year, I understand. The Council Code of Conduct was a requirement by Alberta Municipal Affairs back in 2017. And at that time, there was a template that was provided to all the municipalities, and most municipalities took advantage of the template. So I gather that since that point, the council's had some discussion and made some amendments to better align with the desires of council. And so this one is current, and so it's just to accept this item as information.
Okay. Could I have someone move the code of conduct? Councillor Welke, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Yes.
The next one is a number of handouts that have been provided to council. I believe Chelsea had provided those, and the reason we provide them as a handout because they would make the agenda package pretty thick. So it's just information for council's use, and it includes item from Municipal Affairs on Municipal Councilors Guidelines. Alberta Municipalities Association provide a councillor code of conduct guide for municipalities. Municipal Affairs also provides pecuniary interest for municipal councillors, and also just a document what every councillor needs to know. So a lot of these are provided once a new council is elected as part of the training, but it's good to provide just as a refresher in the package, which we have done. And if council could just accept those items as information as well, please.
All right, thank you very much for that information. Is there any questions? Oh, Councillor Jessamine moves. All in favor? Carried. 6.1 is the meeting calendar, regular meetings for council. So I just had one question for July and August. Are we sticking with the 1 meetings? Like there's 2 in August?
Your worship, I think we followed what council did this current year. Definitely this is open to council's desire. We thought that council might want to have some discussion on the July and August summer months.
Okay. Council? What's your discussion? Is everybody good with those dates? I realize August has two, but one at the beginning, one at the end. Deputy Mayor?
I don't have a problem with the August dates, but I would ask that the May 20th Committee of Whole be May 21st. Wednesday rather than Tuesday.
For what reason?
Perhaps a conflict in my schedule.
Council? Are you good with the Committee of Whole moving to the Wednesday? Okay, so could we move the Committee of Whole to the 21st of May?
Yes, your worship.
Is everybody else good with the rest of those dates? Okay, could I have someone move the calendar, please? Counselor Justman, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Conference attendance.
Thank you, worship.
Do we know
Normally,
the dates yet?
normally we seek input from council on the attendance of the kind of the key conferences being AMA, FCM, and rural municipality RMA's conference as well. It just assists administration in establishing the budget for council travel, and so usually the annual general meeting is a good time to have those discussions. If council desires to wait until a later date to determine attendance at these, that's fine as well.
I think we can do a preliminary discussion. AUMA this year is in Edmonton, I believe, is it? Calgary?
Yeah, Calgary.
So, it's normally the end of the second last week in September?
It's November 12th to 14th.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It was a trick.
So maybe I would suggest maybe booking rooms for the new council. And then you can always, well, it's Calgary, so I don't know if you can let them go or not. Probably, I don't know, Deputy Mayor?
For budgetary purposes, I would suggest that we budget for the entire new council to go to the Alberta Municipalities Conference, and perhaps 2 councillors to go to the RMA conferences. I'm not sure if, I guess we would know right now if someone was looking to go to
FC,
FCM.
I'd like to go to FCM.
this year?
Yeah,
In June.
like the next one coming up.
Yeah, it's in Ottawa this year.
Perhaps we include in the budget then, maybe for 3 councillors to go to FCM if there was an interest. And then all of council to Alberta Munis and 2 councillors to the RMA spring and fall.
There's also Growing the North this year. So I think we need to budget for that.
And there's also AFPA.
AFPA next year.
Perhaps 2 councillors to go to AFPA.
And Growing the North, I think it should budget for all. Are you interested? You were putting up your hand.
No, I was thinking at least 3 councillors.
Budget for 4,
For the Growing the North Rivers?
yeah. Could I have a motion from council to accept those? Deputy Mayor? All in favor? Carried. So moving on to council committee appointments. The easiest way to do this is to, if you wish to keep your committees, keep them. If not, let us know now, and other people can Councillor Anderson. Would you like to take any of the committees?
I will keep the committees that I'm on.
Okay. Do you want any others?
I would, if you're willing to give up the airport beautification one, I would take that on.
No. Yes, you can.
I would second that. Did you say, Terry, that you would give that up to? Is that what you just said? Okay. I'll be an alternate on that one.
Okay,
Or is
so,
there two? There's two? I wouldn't mind that one.
so Airport Committee, Councillor Anderson, and alternate Councillor Welke. Oh, regular, sorry, two regulars. Councillor Lambert.
I would like to stay on all of my committees as well, and then if you're willing to give it up, I would take on Ready.
Okay, I'm willing to give up Ready. Councillor Lambert will go to Ready. Councillor Welke.
I would like to give up the Mackenzie Frontier Tourism, if anybody else wants to take that on. But I'm willing to, I want to mix it up a bit for myself. So is anybody willing to take that one? Going once?
Who's the alternate on that?
There's two. Josh and I.
Are you keeping Mackenzie Frontier Tourism
Okay, I'll stay then.
as the alternate?
No.
Oh,
it's two.
as,
It's
okay.
two. Otherwise, I guess as we go down the line, if there's any changes. FASD, I'll stay. And yeah, we'll keep it as is then.
Okay,
I'll just take on the airport beautification task force.
airport, he will take on. Councillor Jessamine, oh, sorry.
Just a correction on the Community Promotion Task Force. It should be Councillor Lebron and myself. There's no alternate on that,
On which one?
on Community Promotion Task Force. Yeah, I'm not on the Banner Remembrance Committee.
Okay,
Thanks.
I'd like to keep the ones that I currently have.
okay. Do you want any more?
No.
Councillor Lebron,
I'd definitely like to keep all the committees I'm currently on. I would be interested in taking on the Mackenzie Regional Waste Management Commission as well.
okay. Deputy Mayor,
I'm fine staying on the ones that I'm on. I would ask our legislative clerk, executive assistant, to advise me when the subdivision and development appeal board recertification training is available, as I'm about to expire next month.
It's available in November. I can get you signed up for it if you like. Okay.
Anybody else want to take that sub, or is it just a refresher?
I don't think they offer a refresher for that
Oh.
one. You have to take, it's just a one-day course. It's not like the assessment review that's 4 days of your life you'll never get back.
All right, so we have representatives on all the committees then? All the others will stay the same? I will stay on Boreal Housing and the the CRA and Boreal Housing. And the Dene.
So just clarification, Councillor Langford, you're remaining on all the same? Or was there any changes?
No, that's correct. It just, I can't stay on the subdivision one if my certification expires.
All right. So there will be a letter going out to all of these committees, telling them which councillors are on them. Okay, thank you. All in favor of the committees? Oh, I guess we should have a motion first. Councillor Lebrion, all in favor? Carried. The next one is our community members.
The overview, or the town appointments or town opportunities sit on boards and committees. Vacancies was posted on the town's website, town high level Facebook page, and starting in September 25th, weekly in the Echo, through to October 23rd. We did receive some emails of interest and received one application for participation on the Banner of Remembrance Committee. And I believe the statement of intent from that citizen was provided to council. And so that's the only citizen appointee needed at this time, Your Worship.
Okay. Does somebody want to make a motion to accept this application for the person to Banner of Remembrance? Councillor Lebrion, all in favor? Carried. All right. That ends our organizational meeting. We will now adjourn and move on to our regular scheduled meeting. Could I have a motion to adjourn the org meeting? Councillor Lambert, all in favor? Carried. We'll call this meeting to order at 7:24. So on the regular agenda, could we put under 13.3 grants in place of taxes? And under 18.2 consultant proposal. Any other additions? Before we move on, I would like to introduce our new CAO to our community, the lovely Viv Toth. Welcome to High Level. We're excited for what you bring to us.
and then I'm excited to be here.
That's
Thank you
good.
for having me.
And she arrived from sunny BC, flooding BC to snowy High Level. So welcome, Viv.
Thank you.
CAO Toth, I should say. All right, so could I have someone move our agenda? Did I do that? No. Councillor Lambert, all in favor? Carried. Under presentations, we have one tonight. We have a 5-year service award for Deputy Chief Scott Smith. Scott joined the town of High Level in a full-time capacity in August of 2019 as the first wildland urban interface team leader. At the time, Scott was already a volunteer with the High Level Fire Department for a period of 5 years. And serving as a captain, Scott led the team through the first 18 months of the program, guiding the development of the first provincial WUI curriculum. In 2021, Scott was promoted into the role of deputy chief. Since that time, Scott has developed a well-defined safety program for the High Level Fire Department, laid out training plans for new recruits, and assisted in the development of new programs such as the Work Experience Program. In his most recent role, Scott has taken on the lead for prevention and safety codes for the town, and he will be focusing his prevention role in areas such as inspections, pre-planning, and community education. In 2023, Scott was awarded the Alberta Emergency Service Medal, as well as the Queen's Platinum Jubilee Medal. The town of High Level would like to thank you, Deputy Chief Scott Smith, for your continued service to the town of High Level, and we'd like to present you with this plaque signifying your years of service to the town.
Shoot. Bill's getting. Congrats. Congratulations, Scott.
Talk to Rudy for a sec.
Yeah, probably.
What?
Your first date?
That was quick.
Oh, first 5 year, yeah.
All right. So the approval of minutes under 6.1 for the 2024 regular council meeting. Is there any errors, omissions?
But I believe the legislative assistant picked those up before council started.
Okay.
I do have a question out of that, though. For the RCMP reports, does anybody remember who moved that one? Because that's the one I have missing in my notes.
Thank you, Councillor Librion. Just for the record, too, I did not oppose the project. I voted against it, but I did not oppose it. I like the project in principle. I oppose the prices.
Okay, I will fix that too.
Any other corrections to the minutes? Could I have someone move them, please? Counselor Jessamine, all in favor? Carried. I'm sorry, I forgot to send my report out to council, but I do have a report. I want to say that on September 16th, I convened to review an NRAD proposal and contributions to the quarterly Move Up magazine and business feasibility cases and other general board minutes. We spent a lot of time with CRAW. We met like 4 times last month. We've done a lot of advocating, and we do have a meeting if the deputy mayor would like to attend it on my behalf, because I won't be there. November 4th, there will be a meeting of CN at RMA, and all members can attend, and there will be an invitation going out. There will be a tour of the rail yard, and then a meeting with the vice president and I think the community services person. So if you're interested, I could send you the invitation. On Boreal Housing, met to review and update policies, procedures. We had an election. I am the chair of Boreal Housing. We had the collegiate opening, and I presented a speech saying that this is a huge undertaking for the Fort Vermilion School Division. There will be pathways available here in high level where students can take college courses right along with their high school diploma. And hopefully we will be able to retain some of our talent here in the region, especially in areas like education, healthcare, business, and trades. So this was a very successful opening. A lot of people attended. So thank you to everybody that attended. And that's my report. If you have any questions, I can answer them if you want. And I also brought this business case from Ready, just so you guys don't think we don't do anything. There are lots of business cases that we have put out there. So, Josh, you might want to take that. Is there any questions? Okay, could somebody adopt my report, please? Councillor Welke, thank you. And Deputy Mayor.
October 16th, I attended the Ready Board meeting.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Anderson.
October 17th, I attended the Community Education Council. Their funding has been cut back somewhat by the government. So they're struggling with students that want to upgrade. That's the part that was cut back. Other than that, it's, they're doing their best to work through that and keep their numbers up. On October 24th, I attended the high-level library board meeting, which was good in that the library seems to be back on its feet and doing quite well. And on October 28th, I also attended the grand opening for the Pathway School, the collegiate school, and I thought it was very good. Beautiful building.
I will pass that message on. Thank you, Councillor Anderson. Is that the funding they get for the upgrading? What's the funding stream?
It's for the upgrading. So students that want to upgrade, they've lost a substantial amount of money for students to enroll. So lots of them now have to pay their own way, is what that is, so,
Yeah, like $650 a course.
yep.
So get your education while you can in high school. It's free. All right, Counselor Jessamine.
I as well attended the October 28th ceremony today at the Gramson Center, and as well, I really enjoyed it, and it's amazing to see such a state-of-the-art center here in the north and here in our community, so it's great for us as a town, so.
Thank you. Counselor Lambert.
On October 16th, I attended a Chamber of Commerce meeting. That's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you. Counselor Librion.
I attended the high-level library board meeting on the 24th as well. And then, as well as everyone else here, I was at the Pathways Center today and say the same thing. That's an amazing opportunity for these kids. Thank you very much to the Fort Vermilion School Division for putting the work forward to get it here.
Thank you, Counselor Librion. Counselor Welke.
Excuse me, no committees to report, but today I also attended the grand opening at the new collegiate program with the school division, and echoing everything that was said here already. But one other thing I'd like to add is in discussions over there afterwards is the potential for this program to evolve into more than just these pathways for the kids, but also as a training outlet for the public and for businesses as well. So I did find out that I could book time and learn how to operate some heavy equipment myself, should I want to, which I do. And so that's fantastic that, you know, they're keeping a very open mind and a flexible mentality for how that program will integrate with the community at large. So it's yeah, I can't say enough about the contribution that that'll make to the region. So especially in all of the communities here. And after that, I came back to the town hall here to judge some Halloween doors. Did anybody else come by? Yeah, okay. That was pretty fantastic. Of special note there, as I was viewing the payroll door, there was a wanted poster for Mark McLean, last seen at Tim Hortons, I believe. And as I was, you know, fearing running into this gentleman, he came in the side door carrying a Tim Hortons cup. So that was entertaining and equally terrifying. That's all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Welke. All right, could I have someone move to accept council reports? I'll move that. Counselor Anderson, all in favor? Carried. Moving on to council's action list. You knew this was coming, didn't you? Yeah, I saw your finger on the buzzer. So how are we doing?
Madam Mayor, since I came back from vacation, I have followed up with the Dene, but I have not received any word back. So the agreement's been with them now for a month. I gave it to him the week before I left. So we're just waiting. He said he would take some time to get the signatures done because of hunting season and all those other things. So I did leave a message with him Friday. I'll be following up again tomorrow. So as soon as I can, both copies of the signed agreement are with them, waiting for further endorsement.
Thank you very much.
And the other items have been all invoiced, so they're all aware of that.
Okay. Any other questions of the council action list? Can I have someone move it then, please? Deputy Mayor, all in favor? Carried. The upcoming events, if it's 40 below, I'm not going to Main Street. How is that going?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We haven't had the best turnout this year. We're not really sure why, maybe the weather. But we are a last minute town, so hopefully we'll get a few more.
Okay. Any other questions for anybody? All right, could I have someone move the events list, please? Counselor Librion, all in favor? Carried. Moving on to the financial report. Looks grim.
Through your worship, our CFO is not present this evening, and so at the next council meeting, a comprehensive report will be brought forward for council's consideration.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything anyone wants to say? If not, can I have someone move it? Counselor Anderson, all in favor? Carried. Thirteen one is the appointment of Vivian Thoss as our Chief Administrative Officer for the town of High Level, effective October 28th, which is today, as per the Municipal Government Act and the CAO Bylaw Act. And that council authorizes the CAO to have financial signing authority on behalf of the town of High Level. Could I have someone move to accept that, please?
For alternative number 1.
All in favor? Carried. Thank goodness I don't have to come here and sign another check. All right. So once again, welcome. We're glad you're here. 13.2, request for decision on the logo and branding.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This item was brought to the Committee of the Whole for decision, and based on that, the recommendation that is before you is that Council direct administration to procure a consultant to create a new logo and brand design for the town of High Level for Council's consideration. And the Council approved allocation of $25,000 from the general operating surplus to create the updated logo and brand design. The one change from this recommendation from the previous one was that it was for Council's consideration rather than just to create one, just to clarify that Council isn't committing to anything, but considering it. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor?
I believe that was my rise and report from the Committee of Whole, so I'll move alternative 1.
Is there any more discussion on this? All right, all in favor of that motion? Carried. So the next thing, and I think maybe the CAO probably received this as well, but there was a letter come out from Tyler Gandam about the grants in place taxes. It just came out late today, but I thought I'd slide it in here to the agenda. We all know that they reduced the funding and that it was about I want to say $65,000 hit to the town of High Level. At the Munis Convention, we passed a resolution calling for the reinstatement of this funding. And following that resolution, the Premier encouraged delegates to share their stats with the province on how much they have been shortchanged since 2019. For example, the city of Wetaskiwin indicates that it wrote off $50,000, Edmonton $8 million in grants in lieu. So we are encouraged to write letters with our own tabulations to show the Premier how much we have been impacted by their decision not to give us this money. So I would like to put forward a motion to send a letter to the Premier's office calculating our hit on the grants in place of taxes that they withdrew in 2019. Any questions on that motion? All in favor?
I have a question.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see your mic.
So the question I have is, we're just dealing with 2019, or are you
No, no.
wanting 2019 to present?
2019 to present.
Thank you.
And that will have to come from our financial department. There is a sample here if you want to see. I'll give it to you after. So can we put 2019 to 2024 in my motion? Yes. All in favor? Carried. The correspondence for action, we already did that request. I don't know if the letter went out. No?
Through your worship, we just need a motion
Okay.
approving the letter to go out.
Okay.
please.
Does anybody know was that your motion too?
think,
Oh.
Madam Mayor, I believe that was my motion
Okay,
to send a letter.
okay. All in favor of carried. Correspondence for information. I'd like to congratulate Chief Schmidt for being recognized for the King's Coronation Medal. And are you flying off to Montreal?
No, Madam
was
Mayor,
it?
it was in September. Yeah, it was just before I went on vacation, so I
Oh.
declined the invitation, and they're making arrangements for an Alberta presentation for
Oh.
those of us from Alberta who were unable to get to Montreal.
So where will the presentation be?
They have not advised us as of yet, but I will be sure to let council know once it does occur.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that is the end of our regular scheduled council meeting.
Madam Mayor, can I get a motion for that one to accept his information?
I'll make
Oh, okay.
Item 15.1 for information.
Thank you.
All in favor? Carried. Any questions? All right, so that ends our regular scheduled meeting. So thank you all for attending. And could I get a motion to move in camera, please? Councillor Anderson, all in favor? Carried. I'll give you 2 minutes.